Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dia. I appreciate you stopping by. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'm gonna try and post this on Christmas Day. Today is Christmas Eve, and I just wanted to film for you guys how I set up my Sterling ink planner for 2023. I thought I would go ahead and record one last time in my office, which is now my daughter's bedroom again. She's coming home to live with us again today, and my son is coming along with her. He's gonna stay with us for a few days, but I just thought I would film in here, especially since it's Christmas, and I put the Christmas tree in her room because I got tired of it being in the living room. I love putting out all the Christmas stuff, but it never fails. A week, 2 weeks later, I feel like everything is so cluttered and I just want it gone. So since my daughter hasn't completely moved in yet, her room is pretty empty, so I put it in here. But before I turn the camera around, I just wanted to say that I was terrified to write in this book and put pen to paper for the first time, and I don't know why. I think it's just because it's so pretty and so perfect, and I was afraid of messing something up. I haven't really felt that way about a planner since I used the Hobonichi Cousin a few years ago for the first time, but it took me a good week of having this to finally get the nerve to start putting some stuff down, and I just wanted to share with you guys how I set it up and how I plan on using it in 2023. I did make a few mistakes, but it's still perfect. I still love this planner. And I did get the cover for it from Sterling ink, and it fits on here beautifully. I'm so happy that I got it because I don't have a leather cover on this one yet. I have a Vanderspec that is being made and should hopefully be here by next month. But for now, I'm not as worried about this planner getting bent or messed up because the cover is very delicate, but now it has this protective cover on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and show you guys how I have this set up for 2023. Okay, so I went ahead and took off the clear cover because it was reflecting a lot, but I did mention in one of my Instagram posts that I thought this fit on this a little bit loosely. A couple of the other clear covers that I have for some of my other planners fit very snug, and I just feel like this one is maybe a little thinner than them, so it kind of slides around a lot and doesn't quite fit like a glove, but I'm happy it's protecting my planner until its new cover comes, and I probably will keep it on when my VDS arrives because I don't plan on sticking this front cover into the planner. Let me show you guys something. Okay, so because I feel like this cover fits a little bit loosely, it has like a big gap right here, which might be good if you pack your planner with stuff, but I'm pretty minimal, so I don't see that happening in mine. But when I went to open this up, and now it's not going to do it. This slid out like this, and that bothered me. So I don't know why it didn't do it this time. Anyway, I don't love the cover 100%. I'm sure she will do more to make it a better cover as time goes, like she always does with all of her stuff. And by she, I mean Catherine with Sterling ink, because I did purchase it from her website. Okay, anyway, those are just my thoughts on the new clear cover. Okay, let's open this up, and I'm going to show you guys the inside cover. I normally don't decorate this section at all, but this planner is just so beautiful, and I wanted to make it pretty this year, and I have a beautiful cover coming, so I just wanted it to look really nice. So on this left-hand side over here, I printed this up from Canva and inserted my word of the year, which is gumption, which means spirited, initiative, and resourcefulness. And that's what I'm striving for this year. And in case anybody's familiar, I did get the word from The Holiday. It's one of my favorite movies, and it just stuck in my head and resonated with me, and I wanted it to be my word of the year. Over here, I just stuck in a vellum from Sterling ink, and I just tipped it in with some clear tape, and then on this side, I put some washi tape that I got from Amazon. I stamped one of my little bear stamps down here that I haven't used in forever, but I pulled him out and put him in there. He's my favorite bear. I think he's the American bear. I didn't do anything to this part. The first section I have is my gratitude and money affirmation section. This was the yearly overview page, but I just went ahead and printed this up on Tomoe River paper that I had purchased from Amazon a few years ago, and printed it up and stuck it in here, and then put a couple of Sterling ink stickers around it. And I like how thin the paper is and it doesn't bulk it up. You can see the calendar a little bit showing through from behind, but that doesn't bother me at all. And in case you're curious, I am using these brass tabs from Midori. I love the way they start to look when they get used and look aged. And the paper to this planner is very thin, of course, so you have to be careful when you're putting them on. And they pretty much stay put for me. I don't have any problems with them sliding off. Every once in a while I might bump one and it'll fall off and I just readjust it. Overall, they work well for me in my planner because I can move them around whenever I need to. This next section is my current me versus future me. And if any of you are familiar with Lavendera's channel, she does this every year. I love all of her videos. They're very inspiring, and I decided to try to do this year. This is things about current me and the way I would like to see future me, what I want for future me. And again, I just printed these up on Tomo River paper. I wish I could show you guys everything, but it was either be totally honest with myself and blur out some of these things to kind of keep them private, or to alter what I really want to have in my planner just so that I can show you guys everything. But I'll leave a link to her video down below on how she does this current me, future me section and what it's all about. I really enjoy doing it. These pictures are not completely hand-drawn from me. I took inspiration from some other pictures on the internet, so I am not that good, but I did kind of trace over and draw some elements in of my own. The next section is the goal breakdown section, and this part intimidated me so much. Every year I sit down and try to make goals for myself for the year, but it always seems like such an overwhelming thing. And this layout that's in this Sterling Ink Common Planner worked really well for me and kind of made it really easy for me to break things down. So I will just give you guys an example of how I broke this down, and we'll do it with the personal growth section. I said that I wanted to be a well-read person. That's my someday goal. And in 1 year, I want to read 50 books. So from there, I just broke it down. By half year, I want to have read 25. Every quarter, I want to read on average about 12 books, 4 books monthly, and about 1 book a week, which breaks down to about an hour of reading a day, 30 to 40 pages. So I am actually reading 2 books at one time. I have my kind of self-improvement book that I read in the morning. Right now I'm reading The 4 Agreements, and then I have another book that I read for pleasure later on in the day. So I'll probably read 20 from one book and then 20 pages from the other book. I just went ahead and did this in finance, business, health, personal growth, adventure, and my relationships. And again, I'm sorry for blurring it all out. I know I like to see how people break down their goals, but a lot of these things are really private, and I just kind of wanted to keep them private and honest because these are real goals for me that I plan to achieve this year. And I am so random with stickers. I stuck a couple more in from Sterling Ink, but I feel like it just never looks cohesive in my planners. I see other people just plop things down and it looks so pretty, and in mine I feel like it just, I don't know. I guess I just don't have that talent. Okay, the next section is the quarterly section, and I think what I'm going to do up here in the priorities area is put in highlights from the quarter. I'm not sure yet though. And for each month I have broken down some of my goals. So that's what is really awesome about the other section. I was able to look at this monthly section right here and transfer some of these goals over to my quarterly section. So an example of that is I want to do 4 videos a month and 8 blog posts a month. And then as long as I complete them, I'll go ahead and check them off. And that just means that I'm on track with my goals for the year. Over on this section here, which is a lot like the Hobonichi, I did like how the Hobonichi had 6 months on one spread because I just like to glance at things in a broad sense like that. But this is 3 months. I like that a little better than the Wonderland, which was only 1 month on one page, 1 month on the next. So at least this way I can see 3 months at once. And these are my savers, which is from The Miracle Morning. I will leave the link to that book down below. But every morning I do silence, which is meditation. I read my affirmations, I do visualization, I exercise, I read, and I scribe, which is writing. So these I'll be keeping track of in here. And down at the bottom here, I will probably keep track of how many YouTube subscribers I have and how many Instagram followers I have. I went ahead and filled out this for all 4 quarters. And then I went ahead and started with December. So I did put down stickers from Sterling Ink in here and some stickers I made for myself. And this is where I plan on keeping any appointments or big events that happen throughout the year. I do pre-plan in my monthly planners. So sometimes things change and I have to cross things off, but it's not a big deal. And I also end up doing a little bit of back planning sometimes in here too. It's not always pre-planned. I'm not really doing anything with this section down here. And then let me show you January. I made these stickers and I forgot to make an extra one for December, but I really like them. They came out good. And then I went ahead and put in Sterling Ink stickers over on the side with them. Like I said, just trying to make it a little prettier this year. And actually I stopped in May. I think I ran out of stickers, but I think I told myself to give myself some space to change as well. And if I want to order some more stickers, I will from Sterling Ink. And who knows what I might be feeling 5 months from now and how I might want to change it up. I also like how this looks, just very simple and minimal. So I went ahead and made all of the months and stuck them in. I should have used this December for the other December, but I didn't think of it. And then this planner actually goes all the way to January of 2024. Next is the weekly section, and I'm going to use this the way I always do. It's not really for pre-planning. It's mainly for keeping track of what I've done throughout the day. And then down here at the bottom, I put in my dinners. So this is my dilemma over here. I never knew what to do with this section in my Hobonichi cousin, and it was always a battle to find something to go there. Sometimes I left it blank, and I didn't know what to do with it this year because I've been planning in the Wonderland, which comes all the way to the edge. There is no sidebar. So I kind of missed that a little, but I think I might keep like a little self-care tracker over here that has things like if I read my 40 pages a day, washing my face, flossing, and then making sure I clean the kitchen every night because I hate waking up to a messy kitchen. And then I thought maybe I would have a focus section and the things that I want to focus on that week. But as you can tell, I wrote it in pencil right now. I'm not even sure if you can see it very clearly because I don't know if I want to take the time to do that. I don't really want to put stickers over here because I don't want to bulk it up. We'll see what I end up doing there. I am so ready to get started in this planner next week. That's all I did. I didn't set up any of the other pages because I want to make sure that's what I want to do first. And then the next section is my daily section. So I'm really excited about this space because right now I am just writing a small to-do list in my Wonderland, but now I kind of have a page per day again. And as you'll see, I have some trackers in the back, so they will be taking up some of my days. I usually don't do a page for the weekend, which is why I like that these are not pre-dated daily pages. And right now, I just kind of did it like the Hobonichi is and set it up with the date. Over here, I plan on keeping like my business to-dos, anything for my blog or YouTube channel or Instagram. And over here is just anything I need to do around the house, like laundry or watering the plants, anything like that. And then I have all this extra space to keep notes, to doodle if I want to, and we'll see what happens. My A5 Hobonichi cousin was just way too much space for me, and I felt like I had to try to use up that space, but I'm gonna try not to feel that way in this one, and because the pages are smaller, I'm hoping it'll be a little bit easier to fill them up. And then, like I said, I accidentally wrinkled this page. I don't know if you can see that. So you do have to be careful. Oh, you know what it was? It got pushed on too tight. So you do have to be careful with these tabs, but I don't mind if this planner looks used and loved by the end of the year. I'm not trying to keep it perfect. Because my daily pages might change, I just left all of these blank. And then at the back of the book, I put all my trackers. These are from Peanuts Planner Co. and I just went ahead and printed them up on Tomoe River paper again and put them in here with some glue, and I did mess up. So I was so scared to put these down, and in a few sections, I did mess up. Can you see the wrinkle in the page there? But I'm going with it. I can handle it. It's okay. It's not a big deal, right? So anyway, a lot of these pages were inspired by Lindsay Scribbles. I love all of her trackers, and these are some of the ones she's using too. And my first spread is going to be my workouts, and I normally will do 2 workouts a day. That's a habit that I got into when I did the 75 hard. So I'll just, if I run, I'm just gonna put R for run, W for walk, H for hike, I was thinking weights, but that's W2. I don't know. I'll probably end up putting some sort of key in here and just having a letter for each of the different things I do. And I'll put them in on the dates that I do them. The next tracker I have is my weight tracker. I do have a habit of stepping on the scale every day when I wake up in the morning. I don't always log it. I usually do log it in my app because my scale connects to my app. This is where I'll put in my weight, possibly daily. If not, it doesn't bother me if there's going to be empty spaces, but I do know for sure that every Friday I will weigh myself and put it in here. Next is my steps. I will also be recording my steps daily. I have an Apple Watch that tracks all of that, which I completely forgot to put back on after my shower. I need to do that. On average, I try to do at least 10,000 steps a day. I will usually end up around 15. So I want to keep track of that in here. It's nice to have in digital form, but it's just different when you can look at your entire year and see what you've done. I am also going to keep an alcohol tracker because, of course, I can see the pattern of when I start to drink a little too much. My weight usually starts to go up as well. And when I have to write it down, I'm just more aware of how much I'm drinking and just want to keep track of it and keep track of the pattern of alcohol and my weight. Next is this other little yearly overview, also from Peanuts and Planner Co. And I'm going to keep track of when I close my rings, and then I'm going to have a period tracker over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, if I'm going to fill it in, if I'm going to put an X or a check mark. I'll figure it out, I guess, on January 1st when I actually have to tick off one of the boxes. And then lastly is my book challenge. I printed this up from Canva. It was a 100 book challenge, and it was the other way, but I kind of shifted things around and turned it into my 50 book challenge. So I'll probably go ahead and just get one of my Tombow markers and fill these in whenever I read a book. And then actually, lastly is this last page that I did some pen testing in. I am using the Platinum Preppy in 3, which is fine. And I'm using the sketch ink from, I don't know how to say that, something in Klingner. And I'm using the color Lily, which is like this brownish, greenish kind of color. So yeah, I wrinkled this back page too, trying to put it into a cover. But that is it. That's how I'm set up for 2023. I am so excited to start using this planner on Monday, and I can't wait to share with you guys how I actually use it and if anything changes. If you guys have any videos of your actual setup of how you're using it, I would love to see them. Go ahead and leave a link down below so that I can check them out and maybe get some ideas. So if you stuck around till the end of this video, thank you so much. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, which is usually on Sundays, at least I'm trying to do it every Sunday, go ahead and hit that notification bell. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and safe holiday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.